Would you ever sign up for a tournament knowing that you might lose every game? I said earlier this year that I was going to compete in Seattle's toughest tournaments this summer. Chris and I just competed in the Open Division at the Lake Stevens Classic, and we got to face up against some really tough opponents, including Thomas and James Yu, Armand Giomaggi, and a bunch of 5.0 plus players. The goal in this tournament was really to compete, learn, and absorb as much information as possible from these guys and bring it back to the lab. I'm going to take you through some key points and takeaways that I noticed during these games, and if you want to level up your game or just watch the Yu brothers destroy us, stick around and come learn with me. Let's start off with things we did well. Our resets were on point. We did a great job keeping the rally alive and taking our time getting to the kitchen. I don't know if it was me knowing that I was playing with players better than me, but I felt super relaxed and comfortable in the mid-court. One thing about tournaments that will help you is knowing what your strengths are. I know one of my strengths as a defensive player is resetting until I can find an attackable ball or slowly get to the kitchen. Also, Volt came out with a new paddle, so I was feeling pretty good with my resets. It had just enough pop to make the ball float over the net, and my hand speed felt super good. And as a reminder, if you're gonna miss, try and miss high and play the reset game. If you hit straight into the net, you have no chance of winning the point. Give yourself an opportunity, even if that means not hitting the perfect third shot drop or the third shot drive. Oh yeah, and one other thing, don't rush when trying to get up to the kitchen. Take your time because sometimes it'll take 2, maybe 3, maybe 6 resets to just find the right ball or to even get up to the kitchen line. And here's a little mindset trick that might help you guys in your games. So we went into our games knowing that we want to make sure our opponents are battling and really earning their points instead of just giving them 1 or 2 shots and letting them win the points. So every single point, our mindset was make them earn it and make them hit 5 or 6 different shots just to get a single point. So it's really about that marathon mentality where you want to make sure your opponents are earning every single point that they're playing against you and make it difficult for them. The other thing that we realized is that our hands can handle most of these hands battles. I think at the 5.0 plus level, everyone has good hands. It's just a matter of who can get the ball down first and make their opponent pop the ball up. In my opinion, hands battles can be 50-50. And what you're really trying to do in dinking rallies or just in the points in general is trying to set yourself up so you have the advantage of the hands battle, even if that means you have a 52 to a 48% chance of winning that. It gives you that slight advantage to win the point. And I can't emphasize this enough, but at the higher levels, always expect that ball to come back because it's not going to be a one and done situation like you see at like 3-0 or 3-5. And a lot of these hand battles are going to last maybe 4, 5, 6 different shots. You got to be ready for the next ball and the next ball and the next ball. And don't stop until you see that ball get called out or you win the point.
You. You. Careful. You. Nope. Nope.
Okay, let's move on to things we learned. What we really noticed was that these high-level players not only have good shots, but they wait for the right shots. We had some good opportunities where we could have won the point, but we just rushed. There were a few points where we really set ourselves up to win a point, but then we overcooked a shot, we went too big, or just tried being too aggressive with our dinks and ended up creating an unforced error. This is just a reminder to myself and to you, don't overswing, take your time. Keep putting yourself in a position to hit a winner, and don't rush that winning shot. So we played against the Yu brothers. What did we learn? Well, obviously they're a really good team. There were 3 major things that we noticed against the Yu brothers. First was shallow but sharp dinks. There wasn't really anything that we could speed up out of the air, and everything bounced in the kitchen. And I don't think we beat them in a single dinking rally or even made them feel uncomfortable. Second thing was really good placement. Every shot was calm, methodical. It didn't even look like they were trying it sometimes. They were just putting the shots where we weren't. And the final thing I noticed that they were rarely overswinging and their shots weren't perfect or overpowering, but they were in spots where it was setting up for that next shot so they can get a put away. The one time they might have overswung their shot, that ball was barely out, and that was the only point that we got against them. But hey, at least we can say we got 1 point against the U Brothers. It was a really cool experience to play against probably the #1 team in the region, and hopefully we get to compete against them in the future. One major shot I have to add to my bag is Armand's roll. It was insane, you guys. Watch these clips. He can hit every single spot. And if we covered one spot, he would just hit to the spot that we weren't. But I got him on one shot, so I'll take it.
That was fucking nasty. Yeah, that's a good spot. Oh, that's good.
One major flaw I noticed in our game was our return game. A lot of points were lost because we were trying to be too perfect with our returns, and they either sailed or they netted. I also was using the new paddle. I don't want to blame the new paddle too much on it, but it was a little bit harder than my other one. But you can't be giving away free points, especially at this high level, or otherwise you'll get eaten alive. Let me know in the comments if you learned something new. I just got done playing Seattle's biggest tournament of the year, Seattle Metro, so look out for my next one.